Welcome back to the friendly confines of Phil Welch Stadium here in beautiful St. Joseph, Missouri, home of your St. Joseph Mustangs. Today we have interleague play between the St. Joseph Mustangs and the Kansas City Monarchs. The same matchup we saw yesterday where the Mustangs walked it off in the bottom of the 11th inning, 6-5. Tyler Raimundo alongside Dom McKilly here today as Charlie Marshall is still in Mexico, so Dom's filling in. And Dom, please tell us a little bit more about the matchup we're going to see today.
I mean, yeah, last night we obviously went to the 11th inning. Dom Felix had the walk-off blooper hit in right field, obviously won MVP of the game. You know, last night when I was watching this, I thought it would be more of like a blowout, but it was a pretty close game. The Monarchs starting pitcher went strong for 6 or 7 innings, but, you know, it was a close matchup. Tonight, I expect the Mustangs to take care of business and not take this team lightly.
Yeah, it was definitely not the start me and Brooks were thinking was going to happen. You got a bunch of guys who are in their 30s versus a team of collegiate players, the D2, D1, JUCO levels. And next thing you know, their starter, Steve D'Amico, went 6 innings, and it looked like the Mustangs were going to lose that game the entire game. Really, they were up 1-0 early. It was 3-1 Monarchs after the 6th, and it was 5-2 with 1 out in the bottom of the 9th for the Mustangs were able to rally, tie it up in the 9th, and eventually walk it off. So not a team to be taken lightly. I think the Mustangs will come out with a little bit more force and hopefully put this game away early as opposed to letting them hang around for a long time. One thing to note is the starting pitcher for the Mustangs making his debut, making a late debut as we are 3 weeks into the season. So Trenton Roller from Hutchinson Community College, and the righty went 9-1 with 58 innings pitched with a 4.81 ERA, striking out about 10 batters per 9 innings. That's something that looks really good, but at the same time, we don't know the last time he's pitched in a game. Hasn't started in a while. He's got to get acclimated. So for Trenton, what's the key for him in order to be successful in today's matchup?
You know, he just needs to start out just basic, just throwing strikes and filling up the zone. I mean, last night, that's obviously what Landon Reith did before he kind of got into some trouble with some walks. But, you know, just filling up the zone, mixing it up. Like I said, this Monarchs team is full of players who are like ages like 20 to 50. It's crazy, but, you know, just mixing it up and letting your defense work. So just throwing strikes. Yeah,
we mentioned this Monarchs team yesterday. I mean, there are guys in this lineup who are upwards of 40. And then their left fielder today, Charlie Badowski, caught yesterday's 18. It's a crazy variety. You got guys born in the 2000s, born in the 70s, born in the 80s, born in the 90s. We have it all on this Kansas City Monarchs team. So very interesting there. For the Mustangs, we mentioned Trenton Roller. And besides that, have pretty much a normal lineup. You have guys like McCullum, Freeman, Mose. Their typical starting 9. Who on the Mustangs do you expect to have a big game today, Dom?
You know, right now, leading the team in RBI is Carson Schrack. He has 16 RBIs on the season right now. I expect when there's base runners on base, I expect them to drive them in. And, I mean, as long as there's ducks on the pond, I think they can drive them in all night. That's all that matters. Just get in scoring position. Like first, second inning, they struggled with that earlier in the game last night. But, you know, just attacking early, swinging first, second pitch, not waiting, just when you see your pitch, go for it and execute. And so yeah, Carson Schrack, I expect to have a good night tonight.
There's no Bodenhausen bros today. Truman and Noah hit 1 and 2 yesterday, but there are additions of Schrack, as you mentioned. Kyle Hepburn and Jeter Mose all back in the lineup. So hitting 3, 4, and 5 are Schrack, Hepburn, and Mose. That's pretty impressive for the Mustangs. A lot of their big RBI men are back and hopefully can put up more than 6 runs and really put up more than 2 runs through the first 8 innings. That's going to be my key to the game for them. How about for this Monarchs team, a team that just lost a heartbreaker? How do you bounce back against a team that you just saw yesterday?
Well, you know, just kind of finding out the weakness of the other team. You know, earlier in the game, it kind of looked like the Mustangs lineup, their offense was kind of falling asleep. And as their D'Amico yesterday on the mound for the Monarchs was just throwing strikes, and that's all you got to do to compete with this Mustangs team. But, you know, when they started bringing in their bullpen in, they kind of started dying off a little bit. But, you know, just for both teams, it's key. Throw strikes and you'll find success.
Pitching for the Monarchs is Josh Kirsten, and he has thrown a .9 ERA so far this year. He's only thrown 10 innings, giving up 1 run. but he struck out 11. So a guy who might be like Steve D'Amico, you never know, a guy who can actually shut down this Mustangs team, something we did not think would have happened. And the best part is Josh is 42. I don't think there's a single guy on this Mustangs lineup that is half of his age. I don't know if there's a guy who's 21.
I won't be shocked if he has a knuckleball.
No, it wouldn't surprise me
knuckleball.
either. And that's the thing. We don't know. These guys are in a completely different league than the Mustangs. He may throw north of 80. He may throw south of 70. It's just a matter of can he get ahead, can he execute his pitches and throw strikes. It's a very, very fun game, I expect, as always, but especially against this Monarchs team, a little light competition. The Ban Johnson Raiders come to town tomorrow, who are a much more normal collegiate team. So look forward to that. We'll be back here at 7 o'clock tomorrow. We're going to take a quick break for the national anthem. Keep it here at Phil Welch Stadium. Welcome back to the St. Joseph Mustangs lineup. We're going to get underway in a couple minutes. But first, let's take a look at the visiting Monarchs starting lineup. Leading off, Brady Holden. Batting second, Blake Colonis. Batting third, Brandon Doolin. In the cleanup spot, Fernando Esquivel. Batting fifth, Danny Holmes. In the sixth spot, Kyle Ford. Ryan McDill hitting seventh. Charlie Badowski batting eighth. And Cam Messerschmidt playing first base in the 9-hole. That is your starting lineup for the Kansas City Monarchs. Defensively, the Mustangs look like this. Jaden Little at first, Carson Schmidt at second, Carson Schrack at short. Not the first time we've seen Carson's up the middle. Jordan Black at third. He was there yesterday. Darius Freeman in left. Trevor McCullum in center. Jeter Mose in right. Dom Felix behind the plate. And Trenton Roller on the mound for the Mustangs, making his debut. Kyle Hepburn is DHing. That is your defensive lineup today. Looking defensively here, is there anyone we should worry about right now?
There's not really too much to worry about. This might be one of Darius Freeman's first starts in left. Usually see him in center and right, but outfield. Love the way the outfield's looking. Very fast. Darius Freeman McCollum is an excellent duo out there defensively. Jaden Little last night at first base did struggle with some picks, but besides that, he's very solid at first.
Yeah, and Jeter Mose playing right, a guy who's not quite as fast as the other two, but has a good enough glove. I don't see that as a liability out there. You got the Carson boys up the middle and Jordan Black at third. No Mason Holden today. Again, we've been watching his defense, and he's hopefully will step it up. But first pitch is underway. Brady Holden steps in. And Roller's first pitch as a Mustang is a fastball on the outside part of the plate. Pretty good start to your career.
Yeah, I'm excited to see how he does coming from Hutchinson, a very solid junior college out in the middle of Kansas.
That ball's grounded to the first baseman Little. No problem over there as Trenton Roller, 2 pitches for his first out
Yeah.
in a Mustangs uniform.
Yeah, this infield is kind of more of a rougher surface than usual, so Jaden Little did a good job waiting back on that and getting the out.
Yeah, if you aren't in St. Joe or just not aware of the weather, it actually poured for about an hour today. And how would that affect the fielders?
I mean, yeah, definitely the ball's definitely moving slower in the infield. You gotta charge. Not really probably too many bad hops, but it's definitely moving
That ball's
slower out there on
flied
the
out to
ground.
Freeman, going back a little bit, backpedaling and gonna make the play. So quickly, 4 pitches and 2 outs. If he keeps this up, he will have a very efficient game. Now batting the third baseman, Brandon Doolin. Big lefty. We did not see him in the lineup yesterday.
Now, it looks like he has some serious pop going on from the left side. Big poppy type vibes.
First pitch from Trent is a strike. The wind and the pitch. He should get him out if he keeps his pattern, but he does not. So going to throw more than 6 pitches in this first inning. It's going to be a 1-1 count here to Brandon Doolin.
Yeah, I expect to see more fastballs the first time through the lineup, and then once we get to the bigger hitters later in the game, we should expect to see more off speed.
Well, that was a little off-speed pitch. Misses just down. Not a bad pitch by any means. 2-1 offering. Fastball taken inside. So after getting the first 2 batters out on 4 pitches, Trenton Roller finds himself down 3-1 to the 3-hitter.
Yeah, nice to see that. He's keeping the pitch count low this first inning.
That ball's driven deep to right field. And it's going to be about a 380-foot foul ball. Not foul by much.
That's a long strike.
Doolin got all of that one. And it was definitely no doubter as if it was going to go over the fence. It was just a matter if it stayed fair or not. That's the second time in as many days the Monarchs have had foul ball home runs over the second wall out there in right field.
Yeah.
Full count offering. Foul back to the
I would
left.
say check the birth certificate, but the ages here can be anything, so.
That's a good one. I like that. I would love to see someone on the opposite end of the spectrum, maybe some 15-year-old making their debut for the Monarchs. Just let everyone play, or maybe some 55-year-old guy who shoves on the mound. Another full count pitch. Taken high, so Trenton Roller, after getting the first 2 batters out, is issued his first free pass. The starter yesterday, Landon Reith, went 5 innings before allowing his first base on ball. Standing in now is Fernando Esquivel, who just takes a fastball off the plate on the outside part. That ball is grounded to the shortstop, Schrack, and he's going to go to the short way to Carson Schmidt as Trenton Roller rolls through the first inning. Be 0-0 Mustang, or sorry, 0-0 tie ball game. So you head to the bottom of the first. Keep it here at Phil Welch Stadium. Welcome back to the friendly confines of Phil Welch Stadium. Tyler Bermundo alongside Dom McKilly. And let's get into the starting lineup for your St. Joseph Mustangs. Leading off playing left, Darius Freeman. In center field, Trevor McCullum. Carson Strax at short. Kyle Epburn, the DH for tonight. Jeter Mose in right. Dom Felix behind the plate. Jordan Black at third. Jaden Little at first. And Carson Schmidt playing second base in the 9-hole. That is your starting lineup for the Mustangs. Defensively, the Monarchs goes as follows. Cam Messerschmidt at first, Fernando Esquivel at second, Brandon Doolin at third, Brady Holden at short, Charlie Badowski, the 18-year-old in left, Blake Colognes in center, Danny Holmes in right, Kyle Ford behind the plate, and starting is Josh Kirshen. And that is the defensive lineup for the Monarchs. The first pitch to Darius Freeman is taken low. Josh Kirshen, we mentioned, in his 40s. He's 42 today. But he's going to throw a fastball right by Darius Freeman.
Yeah, I would love to see Darius Freeman get on the base pass early. Right now leads the team with 13 stolen bases alongside Frank Gall. So love to see him get on with anything.
And I believe Trevor McCullum is in third, and he has, what, like 10 or 11?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Yeah.
That's a lot of speed at the top of this lineup for a catcher who did not look all that great. That ball's grounded to short. Should be no problem over there, Fernando Esquivel. And the Mustangs are quickly retired with one. That brings up Trevor McCullum. So the Monarchs rocked the black uniforms yesterday. How do you feel about this raspberry and baby blue combo?
I mean, it's very interesting. I think they should try to wear all powder blue, kind of like the old Royals and Cardinals uniforms. That's very interesting. But I mean, yeah, it's funky. And the Mustangs too. They're not wearing any sleeves right now. I mean, that's showing off the guns. Kind of reminds me of that 2019 Reds team, the most menacing 75-win team in the history of baseball. So with players like Derek Dietrich, Yasiel Puig, Michael Lorenzen, kind of like that. But, I mean, you love to see it.
Yeah, I don't know if any of these guys have guns like Derek Dietrich. That guy was huge. McCullum takes that pitch, but still down in the count 1-2. What about an all-raspberry uniform for the Monarchs? How do you feel about that?
I mean, that'd be interesting. I know
that ball's skied out to right field. Danny Holmes coming in a couple steps, and that's going to get over his head. Trevor McCullum going to have extra bases, and he's going to have a stand-up double with one out in the first inning.
Yeah, the right fielder there, Danny Holmes, kind of got cooked. You know, lack of speed here in the outfield for the Monarchs. So got on. That's what you love to see. Let's see if Carson Strack can put him on.
I think if you have a guy like Logan Miller or even Trevor McCullum out there to catch that ball in right field, that ball's caught.
Yeah.
Not a great route, not the fastest guy, and it burned him. Whatever. You got Trevor McCullum at second with Carson Strack at the plate, and that's going to get down in front of the left fielder. McCullum being sent home. There's going to be a play at the plate, and a weak throw is going to allow Trevor McCullum to score. It is quickly 1-0 Mustangs thanks to an RBI single by Carson Strack, and he'll move up to second on the throw from the left field, Charlie Badowski.
Yeah, I kind of hesitated on that read there. It was like a weird jammed hit. Couldn't read the ball, couldn't get the throw in. I mean, tough ball to read as a corner outfielder, but, you know, if that's good for the Mustangs, get on the board first. That's what we want to see.
That will bring up the DH, who also plays catcher, Kyle Hepburn.
Yep, has 2 home runs this season so far. Hopefully we can see another one today.
That first pitch misses down. Going to third is Carson Strack, and a good read. He's going to move up 90 feet. This is a different Mustangs team than we saw yesterday. Not necessarily the players, but just the energy. Guys are fired up, being aggressive at the plate, unlike yesterday where they came out flat-footed.
I mean, yeah, head coach for the Mustangs definitely probably said something after that close win yesterday. They know they can beat the heck out of this Monarchs team. So, yep, putting it on early.
That ball is lined to the right fielder and not going anywhere is Carson Strack. So a good piece by Kyle Hepburn, but it goes for nothing. It's going to be 2 outs here with a runner on third, and Jeter Mose steps up to the plate.
Yeah, Jeter Mose bagged 277 on the season, leading this team with four other players with 18 hits. So expect to see something big here.
Yeah, he's typically a staple in this Mustangs lineup. We see him a lot. He takes a fastball in the outside part of the plate for a strike.
Can play infield and outfield. Love to see that. Kind of like a utility player.
Yeah, we've seen Jeter Mose at both corner infield positions and corner outfield positions. Really valuable. Maybe not in summer ball because guys kind of tried everything, but if he can do that for his college, he was at Gateway Community College last year, that's going to help his team out a ton. Mose stands at 6'4", 200 pounds. That ball's grounded back to the pitcher. Josh Kirsten knocks it down, and he's going to get Mose out at first. Now before the Mustangs strike for one, thanks to a double by Trevor McCullum, who was brought in by Carson Schrack. 1-0 Mustangs. We head to the top of the second. Keep it here on the St. Joseph Mustangs broadcast. Welcome back to the St. Joseph Mustangs broadcast. Tyler Mundo alongside Dom McKilly, filling in for Charlie Marshall. The Mustangs struck for one in the bottom of the first, and top of the second, the Monarchs had their 5, 6, and 7 hitters. That's Danny Holmes, Kyle Ford, and Ryan McDill. That first pitch from Roller taken outside. Danny Holmes yesterday went 0 for 4 with a walk. Third baseman takes upstairs. The 2-0 pitch from Roller. Taken down and in. Right, we always talk about, are you swinging 3-0, but you got an older guy up here. What's your thought?
I mean, since he's an older guy, he's going to want to swing, so I just...
Clearly not.
No. I guess that veteran presence in his mind, smart.
That 40-year-old Danny Holmes
took
me
that
wrong pitch. He should have David Ortiz that. He could have started walking away before that pitch was even thrown.
Right, yeah.
The second free pass issued by Trenton Roller as the Monarchs have their leadoff man on. Kyle Ford steps in. He came in last game off the bench and hit a double his first at bat. Ended up coming around to score, eventually leading to the Monarchs' 3-run 6th inning. Starting in the lineup today is Kyle Ford. Charlie Badowski, who was the starting catcher, is now playing left for them.
Yeah, I mean, that double by Kyle Ford last night kind of started a little offense going for this Monarchs team and kind of messed with Landon Reef a little bit.
That ball's grounded to Schrack at short. Going to be a tough turn. He goes to Schmidt. And back over the Little. Wow, they got him. Kyle Ford grounds into a double play. Taylor made 6-4-3, although didn't look like they had much of a shot, but these older guys aren't moving like these college kids.
I mean, yeah, definitely an advantage for this Mustangs defense and for Trenton Ruler. So definitely having his ERA at 0 for as long as he possibly can. This is a good start to have that.
First pitch breaking ball to Ryan McDillis taken high. He's DHing tonight. That pitch taken for a strike.
Yeah. One thing you might want to try to do with these older guys, just pitch low, might not like swing at low pitches because of, older age, but yeah, kind of pitching low and away, see if they pull or not. That's just kind of how it works for older ball players in the game today.
The 1-2 pitch from Trenton Roller. Swung on and missed. It's in the dirt. Dom Felix going to have to go to first, and no problem, as it's a unconventional 1-2-3 inning for Trenton Roller. 1-0 Mustangs. We head to the bottom of the second. Keep it here at Phil Welch Stadium. The Mustangs lead it 1-0 in the bottom of the second with Dom Felix, who had the walk-off hit, due up for St. Joe. Apologies to all the listeners. When I say old, I mean baseball old. A lot of you still have a lot of life left to live.
Exactly right, yeah. Josh Kershaw on the mound looking right now. He has a .9 ERA, so I guess that's just from pitching the contact, not the hardest thrower around, obviously, on this Monarchs team, but, has a .9 ERA, pretty solid, and we'll see how this Mustangs team tonight makes his ERA a lot higher. I'll definitely already scored 1 run in the first inning, so we'll see what they can do.
Saying not throwing that hard. I'd say for a 42-year-old, he's throwing heat.
Yeah,
Dom Felix going to line up all the right field, and making the running grab over there is Danny Holmes. What an athletic play for the Monarchs right fielder. With 1 out now, that brings up the third baseman, Jordan Black.
Yeah, unfortunate for Dom Felix there, line drive. Love to see him hit in the gap. Had a good night last night with the walk-off it, though. Not all of them are going to land for you. That's just how baseball works.
Jordan Black hoping to bounce back from yesterday's game. He hit in the 4-hole, and he went 0 for 4 with 2 Ks. He did get an RBI and a hit by pitch in the 9th inning, but hoping to get a hit here. Black takes a fastball on the outside corner. And the next pitch from Kershing is a breaking ball taken low.
Yeah, Jordan Black, another trusty, reliable bat in the bottom half of this Mustangs lineup. We usually see him, lately we've been seeing him bat like 3-hole, 4-hole, 5-hole recently because he's been hot, but right now keeping it stable at the bottom of the lineup.
That ball's grounded up the middle. Moving to his left is Brady Holden. And the shortstop's going to throw out Jordan Black. So quickly 2 up, 2 down here in the home half of the second. Jaden Little steps up to the plate.
Yeah, Jaden Little batting .227 on the season with 10 hits, including 1 double. So let's see if he can add to his total here.
Jaden Little yesterday went also hitless. He had a sac bunt, which was very big for the walk-off. Sorry, correct me. That sac bunt was very big until it turned into 2 intentional walks and a double play, a 1-2-3 double play. That's pitcher to home to first. And the Mustangs could not walk it up in the 10th, but they were able to do it in the 11th. 2-1 count here to Jaden Little.
Yeah, and in the 9th inning, too, there was a clutch double play for the Monarchs that extended the game there, too. So double plays were crucial.
That ball grounded back to the pitcher, Kershing. Going to take his time. And Kershing has a 1-2-3 second inning. We're going to head to the top of the 3rd. Mustangs still lead it by 1. Keep it here on the St. Joseph Mustangs broadcast. It's YMCA time here at Phil Welch Stadium, always in the top of the 3rd. Stepping up for the Monarchs, it's going to be Charlie Badowski, the left fielder, who brings the average age of this team down to 40. He's 18.
Yeah, that's crazy. Yeah, I played baseball with Charles Badowski for several years. Played with him at Soar Baseball Academy. Really good baseball program in downtown Kansas City. You know, plays catcher and outfield. Usually pretty smart player. Yeah, played with him for many years, and I'm glad to see him out here still playing. Love to see it.
Dom, tell us a little bit more about your baseball background. We know a little bit about me and Charlie's, but how about you?
Well, I played baseball from ages 4 to 18, and I still plan on trying to play some club baseball in college, but, you know, went to Liberty High School. That's a school where Carson Milbrandt went to, drafted in the 3rd round by the Miami Marlins. Probably going to make his MLB debut in a couple years, but, yeah, I was normally I remember I started out as a catcher, and then I transitioned to outfield, and then became a pitcher.
Charlie Badowski takes a fastball in the inside corner.
I mean, yeah. That outside pitch is kind of tough to turn on, so obviously kind of shocked Charles there. But, yeah, now we have our 9-hole coming up.
It's going to be Cam Messerschmidt. He played first base yesterday. And Messerschmidt was taken out, but went 0 for 3 prior to that. And as you can hear, he is our taco hitter today. We got the taco line to hit yesterday. Let's see if we can get back-to-back taco nights. Not going to happen here. That ball's lined, but making a leap is Carson Schmidt. And Trenton Roller has 2 outs here in the top of the 3rd.
I love to see it. A very dynamic and fast middle infield combo tonight. Both the Carsons. Love to see it.
We had the Bodenhausen Bros yesterday, and the 2 Carsons here today.
Yeah, we'll see what duo is better. I mean, right now you obviously have to probably say the Twins, but you never know. These Carsons are also pretty
Carson
dynamic
Schrack
duo.
can really hit the ball, man. I'll tell you that.
Yeah.
This turns the lineup over, and Brady Holden, the shortstop, played right field yesterday. He went 0 for 4 with a walk in last night's ball game. 1-0 pitch from Roller, taken just down. In his first at bat, he grounded one over to Jaden Little at first. Here's the 2-0 offering from Trenton Roller. Ball's going to be lined down the line and slicing just foul.
Yeah, Trenton Roller's been very consistent in the strike zone so far. I mean, this Monarchs team could start getting it to him soon. Once that happens, that's when you need to start mixing in the off-speed with some changeups and some curves. Try to mix him up a little bit.
Especially as you're getting through the lineup a second time. And statistically, guys get better at facing the pitcher every at-bat, which makes sense. Once you see a guy once, you start to figure him out. But the third time through the orders where batting averages in the major leagues go from about 200 up to like 290.
I mean, yeah, Brady Holden yesterday facing Landon Reith, he just kept on fouling them off on the first side, extending ABs. And, I mean, that kind of seems like a specialty. As, yeah, he develops another walk and gets on base. Kind of a little bit of a pain to play, but pitch to.
Yeah, that's something that always frustrates pitchers. Guys that don't strike out, making them throw extra pitches. And even if you don't get on, it really takes a toll on the pitcher's arm.
And yeah,
Brady
too,
Holden with the walk.
Yeah, I want to extend
Collins.
that pitch count. But obviously want to see the Mustangs extend the Monarchs pitch count, not the Monarchs extending the Mustangs.
Here's a center fielder. He takes a pitch in the dirt. How do we feel about Trenton Roller so far in this outing?
I mean, yeah, he's been looking good in this first start, just staying consistent, throwing strikes, attacking the batter. You know, love to see it. That's how you want to see it from a pitching coach's standpoint, a pitcher pitch.
That ball is skied way up there. Jordan Black going to call off everyone. And Trenton Roller, 3 innings of shutout baseball so far. It's going to be 1-0. We head to the bottom of the third inning. Keep it here on the St. Joseph Mustangs live stream. Carson Schmidt leads off for the Mustangs. He's in the 9-hole today. St. Joe is up 1-0 on this Monarchs team in the bottom of the third inning.
Yeah, Carson Schmidt's batting .290 on the season. Has a pair of doubles right now. And kind of a leadoff hitter basically. We'll see if he can reach on so Mustangs can drive in more runs.
First pitch to Schmidt. Good frame back there, but goes for naught. That's going to be 1-0 count. The next delivery is ground to the third baseman, Brandon Doolin. Hustling down the line is Schmidt, and he's going to make it to first. Ball gets away from the first baseman, but he's going to stay there. So Carson Schmidt with an infield single as the Mustangs have their leadoff man on.
I mean, yeah, when you're a leadoff man, you just want to get on any way you can. Doesn't matter. Just if you become a duck on the pond, you did your job right.
This turns the lineup over for Darius Freeman. He grounded to second. his first at bat.
Yeah, we've seen Darius Freeman 2 or 3 times come close to hitting a home run over that party deck porch. So, I mean, right now, love to see it.
We still have yet to see a home run to right field by any team.
Yeah, right. The right field line's only 307, so.
Yeah, a couple off the wall, but no one has been able to get it over that short porch and right. Also, Darius Freeman, as of yesterday, is officially a two-way player. He threw the top of the 9th for the Mustangs, ended up facing 4 batters and getting 3 outs. There goes Schmidt from first. A good throw, and he's going to be safe. Wow, that throw beat him there, but it must have been a great slide over there by Carson Schmidt, and he gets in safely.
Yeah, got right under it. I don't think he pulled a swim move or anything, but, I mean, clean slide outside the bag. I mean, that's what you're looking for when you're trying to – when you know you're kind of late from a throw, but, yeah.
I think if Brady Holden stays at second rather than taking a step forward, drops the tag straight down instead of trying to reach back, I think he gets him. That throw was perfect from Kyle Ford. The next pitch to Freeman is fouled. Taking a look over there is Badowski, but it's going to be in the stands. It's going to be a 2-1 count here to Darius Freeman.
Yeah, Darius Freeman batting .333 on the year with 6 doubles.
A couple of those hustle doubles just with the speed. He also had 3 doubles in 1 game.
Yeah, that's crazy. Love to see it. Definitely a dynamic player that definitely brings life to this offense and life to the party too.
That ball's drilled into right field, and that's going to get past Danny Holmes. That's going to bring in Schmidt. Darius Freeman chucking for second. He's thinking about third. He's going to go there. And Darius Freeman, without a throw, has a 1-out triple. Sorry, a no-out triple.
Oh, baby, a triple. Love to see it. Mustangs now extend the lead to 2-0.
Yeah, good piece of hitting. Fastball inside part of the plate, and he got it. He gets under that a tad, and he might have hit that first home run to right field as we just talked about.
Yeah, has kind of some lift to his contact there. I mean, that's kind of how it works for players. Just kind of the longer, it's interesting fact, just the longer your limbs are, the more whippy the bat can be, which carries life to the ball. Kind of like a Justin Tucker effect. Whenever he hits, just the ball just flies off the bat because of how extended he can get on his swing, and that's kind of the way Darius Freeman is.
Here's Trevor McCullum in a 1-1 count. Pitch from Kirshen is grounded to short. Darius Freeman going to score as Trevor McCullum is going to reach as well. That goes off the first base and Cam Messerschmidt. It's going to go down as an E3. Credit Trevor McCullum with the RBI.
Yeah, that's basically your job earlier in the game. Just like even if he was safe, but even if you have to sacrifice it now, as long as you can drive in a run, that's all that matters, and it definitely helps out the pitcher earlier in the game.
I think he still gets the RBI. I know you're not supposed to get an RBI on a error.
Yeah, he got on. Yeah, he got on. That's all that matters.
Carson Strack steps in. He had the RBI single back in the first inning on a line drive over the shortstop Brady Holden.
Yeah, these first 3 innings of offense have definitely looked better than last night, showing more life.
Realistically, this is what I thought the game was going to look like yesterday. Just a bunch of young guys playing their ball game and taking a commanding lead early.
Exactly right.
But also, don't count out this Monarchs team either. Still with no out, Trevor McCullum stands at first.
Yeah, have some more speed on the bases. Definitely a threat.
So 2-0 count, you probably let Schrack swing, but after that, never mind. There goes McCullum. Schrack, that pulls the shortstop off the bat, Brady Holden. This ball might get down. Charlie Badowski with a great sliding catch. Had to go a long way for that one. So the run and hit does not pan out, and Kyle Hepburn will get a chance with a runner on first and 1 out.
Yeah, shout out to Charles Badowski. He's committed to play at Missouri Valley College, so another committed to player, kind of at the same level of these Mustangs players. So, yeah, really the only player on this Monarchs team that's relatively close to any of their ages here.
Yeah, I would say Badowski's probably the only guy who's still committing to colleges. Unless any of these guys are going back for the degrees in their 40s.
Exactly.
Which, hey, I would support that. That'd be awesome.
Yeah. And, yeah, a lot of these players, too, on this Monarchs team are just, like, getting off work, getting off their day jobs, and now they're playing baseball. What a life. Probably have families, too.
I saw yesterday as we were leaving, one of the players was walking home with his kid.
Yeah. Yeah, yesterday I was driving the golf cart for some of the players, and, yeah, some of them had a couple kids, so it's crazy.
Big pass by Kyle Hepburn, but nothing to show for it. 0-2 count here to the Mustangs DH.
Yeah, the ball has shown the carry here in left field at Phil Welch, so see if he can bring McCollum home.
There goes Trevor McCullum. Fouling off the ball is Hepburn. We got a hot one today. It's not overly hot in terms of the temperature, only about 85 degrees, but the humidity here is incredible. Something I'm not used to in California.
Yeah. And yeah, you're used to that more tropical air, right? Yep.
Tropical air, 75. I mean,
welcome to the Midwest. Even though I know you're at KU.
Kyle Hepburn grounds one to third. And that's going to be a bad throw by Brandon Doolin. Going to third is Trevor McCullum. As there's going to be the second error in the inning for this corner infield.
Yeah, something that the Mustangs struggled with yesterday. Had 3 or 4 errors on the game, but, you know, for them, these errors by the Monarchs are working in their favor. Already having 3 runs right now, only 1 out with ducks on the pond here in the bottom of the third as Jeter Mose is up now.
So with McCullum, who reached on an error by the first baseman Cam Messerschmidt, stands at third. And you just saw Kyle Hepburn reach on the error by Brandon Doolin. That's a line drive by Jeter Mose over the jumping Fernando Esquivel. As it's going to be 4-0 Mustangs here in the bottom of the third.
Yeah, Jeter Mose with his 9th RBI of the year now. Love to see it. Hopefully he can get to 10 tonight.
The Mustangs with their 4th RBI. That ties the amount of RBIs they had yesterday. First 2 runs scored via an error and a pass ball. A balk and a pass ball. Here's Dom Felix with 2 guys on. Big swing and a miss by him. Mustangs have brought in 3 so far this inning and still only have 1 out. Josh Kirshen trying to get out of here.
Yeah, Josh Kirshen's kind of aiming low and outside in the strike zone. So if I were Dom Felix, I'd look for that pitch. Definitely drive it oppo.
Both those runs out there would be unearned if they come around to score.
Hepburn causing trouble for Josh Kirshen.
the sound bite and the fans laughing at the pitcher for stepping off. Here's the 0-2 offering. Breaking ball. Foul down to the left.
Yeah, 2 strikes right now. Got to get in that B-hack stance, kind of like what Bryce Harper has. Anything close, got to protect. You always want to give yourself a couple RBIs every game. So
3 on the outside corner. Not too happy with the call as Felix, he heads back to the dugout. It's going to be Jordan Black now with 2 runners on and 2 out.
Yeah, that's been Josh Kirshen's spot all night, low and outside. So if Jordan Black can kind of look for that pitch and stay on it, he's going to find success.
That was the first strikeout of the game for Josh Kirshen. That pitch misses outside. Actually, Dom Felix yesterday was the first strikeout victim as well. Back-to-back times against 40-year-old pitchers. Dom Felix is the first to go down, but he definitely made up for it late in the game. Here's the 1-0 pitch to Black. That ball is driven deep out to left field. But foul, man.
Wow.
That ball was way out.
Hit the aquatic center. Oh, my God.
We haven't
Almost
seen
hit
the
it to
power-
another area code.
We haven't seen the power from Jordan Black in the Mink League yet, but we sure saw a preview of it there. That ball might have been about 400 feet.
Jeez. I mean, yeah, I just believe Kirshen threw a fastball. They're kind of stalling now just to keep him off time, but, you know, got to think through. If I were Kirshen, maybe try to throw an off speed, but that might not even work. Just raw power can definitely send it way over the fence.
Umpire maybe talking to Kirshen, seeing if his neck's okay from how fast he had to snap to look at that ball.
Yeah. But it was another long strike. Both teams are now tied with long strikes, 1-1.
Yeah, one to right and one to left. Jordan Black hoping to straighten that out. 1-1 count here to the third baseman. Both runners go. That ball's fouled back. Kyle Hepburn can run for a guy who's normally a catcher. Kirshen comes set and fires. Jordan Black grounds on the foul. From here, that looked like it was fair, not going to lie, but depth perception is off.
I mean, yeah, as a baseball player, if your depth perception is off, that's not really a good thing, especially if you're an outfielder. So
I agree. I think it's different than when you're back here in the
True.
broadcast booth.
Exactly
You can't really
right.
tell. It's just a whole different thing. I'll get better
Yeah.
as we go on in this season. That pitch miss is just outside. Wanted the same strike call as Dom Felix got rung up on. 2 on, 2 out, and a 2-2 count here for Jordan
Yeah.
Black.
one thing I've kind of noticed about Kirshen, he's definitely been opening up more and not really staying inside, just trusting his power. So
That one fouled off to the right.
I mean, yeah, when you're opening up early and pulling, that's not a good sign, and usually that's when your pitching coach comes out and tells you kind of the fixture dynamics of your motion. I've had that issue before when I played, so let's see if he can kind of settle down, and let's see if hopefully Jordan Black can drive in 2 runs.
And pitching coaches, something that most high schools have and colleges have, but not these adult league teams like the Monarchs.
Exactly, yeah.
Their pitching coach might be their shortstop. Another foul ball by Dom Felix.
Yeah, the pitching coach for the Mustangs, Mac, he was actually one of my pitching coaches for a year when I was at Soar Baseball Academy, so got to know him a little bit. Very smart guy. Pitched at William Jewell College, a D2 school in Liberty, Missouri for several years. So glad to see him back out here.
Another 2-2. That ball's in the dirt, but blocked well there by Kyle Ford. So runners don't go anywhere here, but we'll get a head start on the next pitch. Mosey at first, Hepburn at second, Black at the plate with a full count. Kirshen comes set, and the 3-2. Grounded to short. Going to be a tough play. Brady Holden has to hurry. And a great play by the shortstop, Holden. Gets Jordan Black by a step. Not before the Mustangs strike for 3. It is going to be 4-0 as we head to the top of the 4th. Keep it here on the St. Joseph Mustangs broadcast. Tyler Raimundo and Dominic Achille welcoming you back to the St. Joseph Mustangs live stream. The Mustangs currently lead at 4-0 after striking for 3 in the bottom of the third. Trenton Roller, although hasn't given up a hit, is now out of the game, and Bronco Witt comes in relief.
Yeah, Bronco Witt, this is his 8th appearance with DS. Leads the team with 22 strikeouts and averages 12.38 strikeouts per 9. 16 innings pitched, kind of leads the bullpen and a lot of stats. Love to see it. Kind of electric, kind of fast pace. That's definitely what you want to see a pitcher work from. Fast pace out of the bullpen. Love to see it. Good energy. Could probably pitch for a long time in the rest of this game.
Batting now is Brandon Doolin, the third baseman. He walked back in the first inning. Trenton Roller, he went 3 innings, no hits, no runs, 3 walks, 2 strikeouts, facing 11. As Doolin gets ready for the 1-2. Witt winds, fires, and that off-speed pitch misses outside.
Yeah, definitely when you're throwing a curve, you want to definitely get on top of it and kind of snap it late.
That ball's grounded back to Witt off of his glove and off of the glove of Carson Schrack. I think that's going to be scored an infield single. If Schrack made the play, that would have been a 1-6-3. But no dice. While we have a second, let's take a look at the standings in the Mink League. This game does not count toward the conference record, but counts for the overall record. The St. Joseph Mustangs are in first, sitting at 17-12. The Jefferson City Renegades about 4.5 games back. The Clarinda A's sitting at 9-7. The Sedalia Bombers, who were in second for a little bit, are now in fourth. And the Mudcats, Merchants, Dusters, and Griffins hoping to turn their seasons around. Fernando Esquivel steps in, the second baseman. He's 0 for 1 on the day. As the 1-0 pitch from Witt is a fastball taken just off the plate. Here's the 2-0. Big swing from Brandon Doolin.
Yeah, Brandon Doolin was the one who hit a long strike to right field in the first inning. So, I mean, definitely kind of throw some more off speed here.
Here's the 2-1. Yeah, correction. Esquivel's on deck. Brandon Doolin at the plate. Blake Colognes is credited with the single. And it's going to be a walk to Brandon Doolin. All of a sudden, the Monarchs have 2 guys on and no one out. For now, Fernando Esquivel.
Yeah, not how you want to start out your inning out of relief. Always want to get the first out too, but I mean, let's see. Roll up a double play. Middle infield needs to play tall.
Here's Esquivel. Holmes and Ford to follow. Still no outs. 2 guys on. Bronco Witt's first pitch misses inside. How's Bronco Witt's control been this year? Because this is not the best start to his outing we've ever seen.
I mean, his control from the mound's been pretty good. Consistent strikes. Obviously has a good K rate per 9. But
that ball's hit pretty well out to left field. Darius Freeman going back a couple steps, and he makes the play. Blake Colognes doing nothing at second base. So it's going to be first and second with 1 out for Danny Holmes.
Yeah, Danny Holmes batting .371 this year so far with the on-base percentage of set of .528. So, I mean, that's kind of how it is when you're playing some baseball with more grown adults in an adult league. But, you know, has been pretty consistent this series so far.
Danny Holmes takes that pitch for a strike. I'm convinced that one of these Monarchs guys batted twice because me and the PA announcer both had Brandon Doolin leading off this inning, and it turned out to be Blake Colognes. Whatever the case may be, it's 0-1. Danny
Baseball's
Holmes.
weird.
Yes, it is.
That's why it's a lovely game, though. How weird the sport is. All the little nooks and crannies, all the little rules, how much the sport changes year by year. But you got to love it. America's pastime, baby.
1-1 here to Holmes is going fishing. It's good weather for fishing today. Although I don't know if there's many places to fish in St. Joe.
Yeah, I know Smithville Lake south of here is a good spot to fish at. One lake I often fish at is in this little town north of Kearney, Missouri called Holt. There's this one sportsman club that me and my dad go to and try to fish there as often as we can. Usually a lot of catfish there.
That ball's taken outside. Another good place to fish is at Duncan Hills Golf Course. Is on the first tee. There are probably thousands of golf balls in the pond, including one of mine. Here's a 2-2 to Danny Holmes. Reaches for it and fouls it back to the left.
Speaking of catfish, shout out the catfish hunter, pitched for the A's. Pretty good Hall of Famer.
Yes, for the A's. And
In the
he
70s.
also... Did he play for another team? I'm pretty sure he did.
Might have been the Yankees.
Yes, that sounds
Yeah.
correct.
Yeah, back when the Oakland A's were in Kansas City, Kansas City A's were kind of like their Yankees farm team because all they would do is just trade players at the trade deadline because the Yankees were good every year. So it's kind of how it worked there, which was unfortunate before they moved to Oakland.
You said farm team? I don't know what that is because I'm an Angels fan and we have no farm system at all. Full count here to Danny Holmes. That ball is lined and making a jumping catch is Carson Schrack trying to double up Brandon Doolin at first, and the throw's going to be just a tad late. But a heck of a play by the shortstop Schrack.
I mean, yeah, he got up there. Get up, get up.
Who said white man can't jump? Carson Schrack getting it done. Kyle Ford steps in the catcher. He had the double play to Carson Schrack back in the second inning.
Yeah, whatever he ate for breakfast today, he needs to keep having that same breakfast regimen every day now with the hops like that.
Here's Ford.
Probably
And
ate his Wheaties. Definitely ate his Wheaties.
Oh, my gosh, Wheaties. That's a throwback. I bet you a lot of these Monarchs guys know what Wheaties are. For the
Yeah.
Mustangs, not so much. Here's the 0-1 from Bronco Witt. Kyle Ford hitting a ground ball to Schrack again, and Schrack going to go the short way. So Bronco Witt allowing the first two batters of the innings to reach, but then gets 3 straight outs. It's going to be 4-0 as we head to the bottom of the fourth. Keep it here at Phil Welch Stadium. Jaden Little getting things started here for the Mustangs in the bottom of the fourth. They lead 4-0 after a 3-spot in the third. Little 0 for 1 on the day with a ground ball back to the pitcher, Kirshen. Mustangs have 5 hits through 3 innings. A lot more than they had yesterday during this time. First pitch is called a strike on Jaden Little. Little takes that pitch in the dirt.
Yeah, Kirshen's already gave up 4 runs in 3 innings. His pitch count is kind of getting a little up there. Going to be interested to see how this Monarchs team.
This ball's flared out to center field. Going back on it is Holden, and he makes a nice running play for the first out.
I'm going to be interested to see how this Monarchs team, what they do with their pitching later in the game. I know yesterday they used probably like 4 or 5 pitchers, and based off their stats, they only have 6 reliable pitchers, so we'll see what happens for them.
Well, it's 6 pitchers on the roster, except yesterday we saw 4 guys that weren't on the Monarchs roster.
True.
It was Joe Random, John Doe.
And even Cy Young.
Yes. 1-0 pitch is taken on the outside corner from Carson Schmidt. He had a infield single to lead off the third inning, and he eventually came around to score. That ball taken just down by Carson Schmidt. Here's the 2-1 pitch. Pulled foul.
Yeah, Carson Schmidt doesn't really get the start too often, but when he does, he's very dynamic and fast-paced and kind of a, like to say, a hustle player. Puts all his hustle on his sleeve, hustle in his heart, so see if he can get on. Love to see it when he plays.
That ball fouled to the right side. Carson Schmidt, born and raised in St. Joseph, Missouri. Hometown boy from Benton High School, as he is headed to Maple Woods Community College next year. He also was a 2-sport athlete, played baseball and basketball at Benton, and will soon be teammates with Bronco Witt. Wow. That ball hit pretty well, but going to go foul. A couple kids trying to track that ball down, but caught on a hop.
Yep.
In foul territory.
Mine. Kind of like seagulls there. Get a little taste of baseball.
Here's the 2-2 pitch to Schmidt. That ball grounded back to the pitcher. Making a play is Brady Holden, and he's going to be safe. So Carson Schmidt 2 for 2 without leaving the infield.
That's what speed do. Gets another infield hit.
This will bring up the leadoff man, Darius Freeman, who had the RBI triple last inning. Another triple will give him another RBI. Kirshen through 3 1/3 innings has given up 6 hits already. No one up in the bullpen for the Monarchs, but we'll see how much longer they're going to roll him out there. Freeman with a line drive to left field in front of Badowski. And the Mustangs will have first and second with 1 out for Trevor McCullum.
Yeah, second hit of the game there for Darius Freeman. Definitely becoming a staple in the starting lineup every day, every game. So love to see it. Let's see what Trevor McCollum can do now.
If this was a college team instead of a summer ball team and every game mattered, I'm sure Darius Freeman would not leave that leadoff spot. Or he'd hit in the 2-hole, but either way, he'd be a starting outfielder every day.
Yeah, he's even hitting the 5-hole too. Basically could hit anywhere in the lineup and feel comfortable.
Well, he had 47 stolen bases in college last season.
Wow.
And he also has shown power. Very versatile player, Darius Freeman. And he can pitch.
Basically kind of like the Shohei of the Mink League.
Well, I talked to Freeman, and I said, hey, did you know you were pitching? And he just shrugged his shoulders. So probably not a role he's used to playing, but, hey, he got the job done.
Yeah, almost got the win, the save, too.
Both runners go as there's a double steal from Carson Schmidt and Darius Freeman. It's going to be second and third for Trevor McCullum. McCullum has reached twice, once via a double and once on an RBI error. As he's going to reach again, that ball hit toward right field. Laying out is Danny Holmes. Both runners are going to score. Trevor McCullum going to run forever. He's thinking 3, and he's going to get 3. Wow. Trevor McCullum with a 2 RBI triple.
That's a second triple of the year. They've only had 1 this season, which was only from Trevor McCullum, but now they've had 2 tonight from Darius Freeman too. Love to see it. Already 6-0 here after the 4th inning.
Trevor McCullum with 3 RBIs already this game, and we're only in the 4th. Up now is Carson Schreck. As he fouls that one off.
Yeah,
Here's the 0-1.
Yeah, Carson Schreck is wearing 21 tonight. Different number tonight, if anyone noticed that.
Well, it's going to be an RBI ground out for Schreck. To first base. In comes McCullum. And it'll be 7-0 Mustangs after back-to-back 3 spots in the 3rd and 4th innings.
Wow. Yep, definitely turning it up now. Something they kind of struggled with until late in the game last night. But, yeah, getting on it early. Might even end it early, too.
This is the first time in a while at home the Mustangs have actually dominated a team. A lot of the games have been close, and there have been 3 walk-offs, too.
Yeah. Now Kyle Hepburn up with 2 home runs on the season so far.
First pitch misses high. Kirshen has given up 7 runs, all of them earned. For a guy who came in only giving up 1 earned run, this is not the kind of start you're looking for. That pitch in for a strike. It's going to be 1-1 to Kyle Hepburn. He's 0 for 2 on the day. Lined out to right. Hard line drive to right in the 1st. And reached on an error in the 3rd. Here's the 1-1 to Hepburn. And picked out of the dirt by Kyle Ford. 2-1 count here to the DH. Hepburn takes outside. 3-1. Good hitters count from Kyle Hepburn. Yeah. I want to call a home run because I haven't done it yet. But
I mean, right now might not be a bad time.
Here's 3-1. Well, good thing I didn't because that's going to be a 5-pitch walk to Kyle Hepburn. It's actually the first walk of the game for the Mustangs, so a lot of their scoring coming because of hits. No free passes from Kirshen until now. In steps Jeter Mose. That pitch taken just low.
I mean, one thing that amazes me about this Mustangs team, you know, very, very popular team to play for. And, you know, a lot of these players just come from all over the U.S., and it's fun to see that it's not just regional Midwest talent. You just see it from everywhere in the U.S., and it's great to see what type of talent you can get from anywhere.
There goes Schreck, and he'll take second easily. Mose swings through that one. It's also interesting to note, like, other teams have guys from around the country. Around the world.
Yeah.
I've heard guys from Venezuela, Dominican Republic, Australia. Pretty cool to see how many people come out to St. Joseph, Missouri.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure the Chillicothe Mudcats had someone from out of the country, right? From the DR?
Multiple. Dominican Republic, Venezuela. I'm not sure if it was them, but I know that there's guys from Japan on a couple teams. Really fun to see.
Putting the Mink League on the map. Missouri, Iowa, Nebraska, Kansas.
That ball driven out to left field by Jeter Mose. Going back on his Charlie Badowski. That's going to get over his head. In comes Hepburn. Jeter Mose going to have his second hit and his first double of the night. That ball was crushed.
Almost out. Only need to do a couple more push-ups, and that would have been gone.
It's going to be an RBI double for Jeter Mose. I'm still mad. I have not called a home run yet. I thought that was going to be it.
Yeah, it was his 4th double of the year, but maybe Dom Felix. He has 2 home runs on the year. Might not be a bad time to call home run for him right now, too.
1-0 count here to Felix. He's 0 for 2 on the day. Had the walk-off hit yesterday and a little fluke out to right field. Here's the 1-0. Oh. Looked like he was going to take a big hack. Ended up checking his swing and going around. So 1-1 here to the Mustangs catcher.
I mean, sometimes you think you're about to pull the trigger, and then you realize, oh, not a good idea. And sometimes you can stop it, sometimes you can't.
2-1 count now to Felix. The Mustangs have pushed across 7 runs in the last 2 innings. 4 here and 3 in the 3rd inning. They scored back in the 1st as well. Here's the 2-1. There's a big swing and a miss from Dom Felix.
Kind of like a Adrian Beltre type swing.
Seen Beltre go yard in a couple of those, too.
Yeah, it's crazy. Hey, Beltre had 3,000 hits, so it seemed like hitting from one leg worked.
That pitch misses just low to Dom Felix. Good eye there. This will be a full count with a runner on second and 2 out. Still no one going in the Monarchs bullpen. This is Josh Kirshen's game. As the next pitch fouled off to the right side. Headed toward the cars. And no windshields there, but that was pretty close to where I parked. I feel like I say that every game. And maybe I should park farther away.
Yeah, I made sure to park far away today. So
here's Dom Felix again, 3-2. Ball ground to the shortstop, Brady Holden. Couple steps. Throw pulls the first baseman Messerschmidt off the bag, but he's going to tag out Dom Felix. Mustangs get 4 here in the bottom of the 4th. We head to the top of the 5th. It's trivia time when we come back. Keep it here on the St. Joseph Mustangs broadcast. Eight 0 Mustangs as Bronco Witt out for a 2nd inning of work. And he's set to face the DH in the 7th hitter, Ryan McDill. Here's the first pitch of the 5th from Bronco Witt. It's a breaking ball that misses inside. Here's the next pitch from Witt. That ball grounded to 3rd. Coming in on it is Jordan Black. And he made that play look smooth and easy. Good play from the Wichita State product. Now it's time for Mustangs Trivia. Dom's first time doing Mustangs Trivia. And I think I'll give you a softball question here today. So how many teams are in the Mink League this year, Dom?
This is a pretty hard answer. I'm going to guess 8.
That ball lined to left field and caught by Darius Freeman.
8 teams.
So Dom Felix guesses 8, and the correct answer is 8.
Let's go.
Good job, Dom Achille. Undefeated so far this season, 1-0.
Batting 1,000.
Good job. I thought maybe 10 would get you, but I thought it was pretty easy. There's definitely more than 6. So I was nicer to you than I was to Brooks, that's for sure. 1-0 count here. The taco hitter to Cam Messerschmidt.
Yeah. Shout out to Ed, who sits right in front of us, who yells out taco every game. Love the energy he provides. Gets the crowd going.
That he sings the national anthem. Just a well-rounded guy.
Yeah. That's right, Ed. It's A1 roofing. Love Ed so much.
Here's the 2-1 to Messerschmidt. And it could be taco time. 2-2 count here to the Monarchs 9-hitter.
I think everyone's appetite everyone has tacos on their mind right now, so.
I think the taco streak is around 5 games in a row for the Mustangs here at home. He's not going to get it here. That ball's grounded to Schrack at short. Quick shuffle and a 1-2-3 inning for Bronco Witt. The Mustangs lead by 8 as we head to the bottom of the 5th inning. Keep it here on the St. Joseph Mustangs broadcast. Welcome back to the friendly confines of Phil Welch Stadium. Tyler Ramundo alongside Dom Achille as the Mustangs lead by 8 in the bottom of the 5th inning. Jordan Black sets the lead off and facing the new pitcher whose name on the roster is Knight. Just Knight.
Yep, just Knight.
Dom Achille, is anyone you want to shout out on this broadcast here today?
Yeah, I'd like to shout out my lovely parents, Phil and Sherry Achille. Also, my sister, Anna Achille, who's at grad school at Mizzou right now. MIZ. You'd like to finish that sentence?
Yeah, I hate Mizzou.
Well, I don't like KU either.
Ground ball back to the pitcher, Knight, as Jordan Black is retired. 1 out here to Jaden Little. I guess I'll shout out my parents. I know Lisa and Jeff are out there listening. I'm very thankful for how much they listen to Mink League action and the St. Joseph Mustangs. So thank you for that. I'm sure watching other people play college baseball is not the most entertaining thing, but I guess I'm here to help take you all the way. There's a foul ball by Jaden Little. Taking a look is Danny Holmes, and that ball is going to stay in play. Danny Holmes catches that ball, and quickly for Knight, he has 2 outs.
Yeah, this fifth frame has kind of gone by fast. Both the top and the bottom half of this inning have kind of flown by. Batters kind of hitting earlier in the count and making contact. So let's see if Schmidt can kind of keep this bat going for a longer time, possibly get on base.
Schmidt 2 for 2 on the day and has not hit one out of the infield. And there's not much on Knight, but looks actually pretty young.
Yeah. Looks like he has a lot of run, like life off his fastball.
How would you feel if you played in a team with guys your parents' age?
I mean, it would be weird. Definitely would love to hear the wisdom spread around about the game and kind of see other players' perspectives on things. But, yeah, it'd be definitely a different, surreal experience, tell you that for sure.
Well, Knight, after getting the first two guys, is down 3-0 to Carson Schmidt, who's reached twice already. And he's going to reach a third time as that ball misses just inside.
Walk it like I talk it.
Darius Freeman steps in. He's 2 for 3 on the day with an RBI triple back in the third. Only the second walk for the Mustangs all game. First lefty Darius Freeman has faced tonight. As the offering, there goes Schmidt. And he's going to come in standing, looking at third, but knocked down by the second baseman, Fernando Escoval.
Yeah.
Keeps Carson Schmidt at second.
Yeah, Schmidt just keeps attacking on the base pads, you know. I believe his second or third stolen base tonight. It's crazy. I mean, crazy. Him and Darius Freeman are just electric, and it's fun to see them play and basically take what they want on the base paths.
Freeman going to be down in the count 0-2 after that foul ball.
Yeah, speaking of stolen bases, like we said earlier, Darius Freeman stole 47 bags this year at Northwestern Ohio University.
And he's from Kansas City, Kansas, so pretty much homegrown here in St. Joe, only about a 45-minute drive. That ball is butt out, poked to center field, and it's going to be the second RBI for Darius Freeman. A single to center field off the end of the bat is going to score Carson Schmidt.
I mean, yeah, 9 runs on 10 hits. I mean, it's great seeing that they're not leaving any runners on base, kind of like how it was last night. Definitely want to get the Ducks off the pond, like always. And, yeah, that's how you want to see your offense work.
Only 4 left on and 9 in for the Mustangs. Here's McCullum now to face Knight for the first time. Big swing and a miss by him, or big swing and fouled off backwards. McCullum had a double in the first, reached on an error in the third, and had the big 2 RBI triple to right center field his last time up. Here's the 0-1 to Trevor McCullum. Off-speed pitch on the outside corner, fouled back. Schmidt, Freeman, and McCullum have all had plate appearances now in the 3rd, 4th, and 5th innings. This is McCullum's 4th at bat, and it comes in the 5th. There goes Freeman. He's picked off by Knight. Little nonchalant throw, but it's going to get Freeman at second base. So McCullum will lead off the bottom of the 6th. For now, it's 9-0 Mustangs. We head to the top of the 6th inning. Keep it here on the St. Joseph Mustangs broadcast. Welcome back to the St. Joseph Mustangs live stream. Todd Mundo alongside Dom Achille as Noah Thomas, the sophomore out of McPherson College, takes over for the Mustangs. Bronco Witt worked 2 scoreless, giving up 1 hit and a walk. No runs. No strikeouts either for Witt, which is unlike him.
Yeah, Noah Thomas, this is one of his first, I think his first appearance of the year. Doesn't really have any stats for him yet, so I'm excited to see how he contributes.
Noah Thomas out of McPherson College, where my host family both went. Shout out to Whitney and Lucas Lanning. 1-0 pitch from Thomas.
Now, speaking of host families, I bet some of these players, too, have to live with host families.
Yeah, I'm sure they do.
Yeah.
Kind of a fun summer if you get to live with random people.
Yeah, up in good old St. Joe, and travel to the Welch 3 to 4 times a week to play some ball.
I think this is Morgan Johan pitch hitting for Brady Holden. As the 1-2 pitch from Thomas misses just high. Can't tell if these guys always switch jerseys. This looks like Johan from yesterday. The 2-2 pitch from Thomas is grounded to the second baseman, Schmidt. And whoever it is, he's retired. He might also be actually retired.
Yeah. Another, I guess you can say it's another Joe Random.
See, I'm not sure what's going on, but this is the second time. Maybe they're betting. Are they betting 10 people?
I didn't see that unless they're pulling some sneaky little.
This is the second time I've been off. So Brady Holden, this is the leadoff man. And
I guess he last batter batted for Cam Mercer Schmidt. So,
but I also remember Cam grounding out to short, so they could be batting 6, and we weren't aware of that.
Batting
Whatever the case may be, it's batting 10 people.
Yeah.
Whatever the case is, Brady Holden, the shortstop, is quickly up 2-0 on Noah Thomas. Thomas struck out 21 batters in his 15 innings at McPherson. He's from British Columbia, so we did talk about guys from all around the country.
Yes, sir. Everyone who lives up in Canada is incredibly lovely and nice, so I'm assuming he's nice too.
Pretty sure he's nice, eh?
Yep. A.
Here's a 2-1 pitch to Brady Holden. That ball's hit pretty well out to right field. Going back a lot is Jeter Mose, flipping his head and making a tremendous running catch as Jeter Mose. He had to flip his head around. Not the best jump in the world, but he made up for it. We mentioned Jeter Mose not playing the outfield every day, but definitely can handle himself out there and right.
Yeah, I mean, at first the ball was kind of slicing there. Didn't get the best read, but because of his speed, made a recovery and caught the ball there at the track. 2 outs now in the inning.
Up now, the center fielder Blake Colognes, who is 1 for 2 on the day, has the only hit for the Monarchs today. Umpire gets that ball because Brandon Doolin not grabbing that. That's an unwritten rule of baseball. A guy on deck has to go get that ball.
Or the guy in the hole, too, is one of each is who gets it.
And no one on the Mustangs dugout went to get that either.
Yeah.
2-0 count here to Collins. Here's the 2-0. Dom Felix tried to frame that one, but it misses just outside. Actually, the umpire singled a 2-1 count. So the scoreboard says 3-0. Umpire says 2-1. I'm going to go with the umpire here. 2-1 count to the center fielder for the Monarchs. Takes that one in there for a strike. Draws the count back even at 2-2.
I like to get out of this inning with no one on base in the first appearance. That'd be nice.
Looking for a 1-2-3 inning in his first start. That ball is skied out to Jeter Mose, who's camped under it. And the Mustangs are going to head to the bottom of the 6th inning with a 9-run lead. Keep it here on the St. Joseph Mustangs live stream. Welcome back to the St. Joseph Mustangs live stream. Ty Ramundo alongside Dom McKilly. Alex Knight out for a 2nd inning of work as he steps in to face McCullum after Freeman was picked off last inning. This is Alex Knight. Finally got his first name. That ball's lined hard, and olaying that ball is Fernando Esquivel.
You never want to see. It's also called kind of like hot dogging. That's how another phrase I've heard when someone tries to field a ball like that. But, you know, always want to get in front of it, especially on a surface like this when it's pretty tough.
Looking like a true matador. It's going to go down as a error on the second baseman as McCullum has now reached on 2 hits and 2 errors.
Probably not wearing a cup either.
I don't think he has to worry about having any more kids, though.
True. Probably 45-year-old out there at second base.
I believe he's 47, actually. Here's
47, wow.
Carson Schreck. He has 2 RBIs in the day and is 1 for 3. That pitch from Alex Knight is inside, so Josh Curzon, the starter, went 4 innings, 9 hits, 8 earned runs, 1 walk, and a strikeout. The lefty Knight to the lefty, Carson Schreck. Schreck drills that ball in the gap. And laying out and not making the play is Danny Holmes as Carson Schreck is going to have extra bases. Trevor McCullum being waved home. And that throw is going to be late. Carson Schreck looking at third. He's going to get caught in a rundown between second and third. He's going to get an RBI double regardless, as he might have a shot to get to third. He slides in and is out, but not before the Mustangs score their 10th run of the game. And now they're in mercy rule territory. So it's going to be an RBI double for Carson Schreck, scoring Trevor McCullum.
Yeah, now double-digit lead. Love to see it. Let's see if they can end this game early. I mean, last night, game went to the 11th inning. Game went to the 11th inning, added 2 innings, so let's see if we can subtract 2 innings tonight.
Looking like one of the fastest games the Mustangs have played at home. I think the record as of right now is about 2 hours and 5 minutes. And
yeah,
this could be a sub 2 hour game. Now, those games that were about 2 hours and 5 minutes, both were 9 inning games. So
that's true. That's true.
This would be a shortened game. The other mercy the Mustangs had at home against the Crop Dusters was very long, because I think it was like 15-1 or something like that.
Yeah.
Kyle Hepburn, 0-1 count. Breaking ball is ground to the third baseman, Doolin. Couple errors ready today, and he has another one. That ball was well in the dirt, and that is the 4th error on the Monarchs tonight.
And not really over the strongest arm. Not really the strongest arm there by Brandon Doolin, but
just babied that.
Yeah.
So here's Mose. He is 2 for 3 on the day with the double and 2 RBIs. He fouls this one off to the right side.
Yeah, something weird kind of just happened with the lighting, but we'll see if it gets fixed. Kind of dimmed out a little bit.
Yeah, one of the lights looked like it went out,
yeah,
possibly behind the plate. Here's the 0-1 to Mose. That ball is grounded, had some weird spin, but going to be just foul. Cam Messerschmidt wanted to wait for that to be fair. That would have been a really smart play if it was. But it's still an 0-2 count for Mose.
I mean, we've seen it before in the MLB where, like, a ball can be hit, like, fair down the third baseline, and I don't know who it was, but he kind of, like, went on his hands and knees and kind of blew wind from his mouth to the ball, and it went foul. So, seen that happen before.
I think there was no rule for that before that, but now that's deemed legal. Wow, Jeter Mose with an absolute bomb to left, but
long strike.
Going to be about 50, 60 feet foul. A couple kids tumbling over there on the hill, fighting for that foul ball. I've seen 3 balls now go over the fence in foul territory. I'd love to see one in fair territory. So that ball would have been a strike if you count the bounces, but 1-2 count now to Jeter Mose. Kyle Hepburn, who reached on an error, waits at first. And a changeup misses high. 2-2 count here to Jeter. Battle of the 9s here. Jeter Mose wearing 9. Alex Knight also wearing number 9. So a number 9 will win this battle.
Guaranteed. Put your money on it. Also, too, the mascot race, if there ends up not being a run rule, will happen in the middle of the 8th. Goofy won I believe Goofy won last night, or it was Mickey, but I'm putting my money on Donald tonight if we see that.
You sure you don't have any insider information working as an intern? I can get you banned. You will never announce a Mink League game again. You going to Shohei Ohtani's translators?
I ain't saying anything.
Here's the 3-2 count to Mose. That ball's crushed out to center field. Racing back is Blake Collins, and he's not going to get there. That's going to one hop and go over the fence. So the run is not going to score, but Jeter Mose has his second double of the evening.
Is it run rule 12 after 6, Tyler?
Is it 12 after 6? I don't know. I thought it was.
I know it's 10 after. I know it was like 10 after 8, but it could be 12 after 6 or 15 after 6.
Dom Felix going to have a chance now to extend the lead to 12, possibly 13. He's got 2 guys in scoring position. Dom Felix 0 for 3 in the night.
Yeah, we'd love the Mustangs to end this game before it gets fully dark out. Today's also the summer equinox, longest day of the year. So
I was just in Minnesota, and it gets dark at about 9:50 over there.
It's crazy.
You can have a 6 o'clock tea time and finish. Amazing.
Yeah. It's crazy, yeah. And, like, I was in Alaska a month ago, and it stayed light there the whole day. How far up north it is. So, I mean, it's crazy. especially on a day like this. It probably looks like the sun's out the whole day too.
I would love to make it out to Alaska. Here's the 1-1 pitch to Dom Felix. That pitch misses outside. I don't think we've seen a guy from Alaska on any team so far.
There was a basketball player from Alaska that ended up playing for Duke. I forgot who it was. From Juneau, Alaska. Have to search that up.
I have a friend who's very knowledgeable about geography, so I don't know. I'll ask her. It's Tyler Bermundo still making horrendous puns. Here's Dom Felix, 3-1 count. Fouled off to the right side toward the bouncy house. And just short. Can only imagine the amount of eye rolls I just got from that terrible joke.
Oh, yeah. Carlos Boozer played basketball in Juneau, Alaska, and ended up playing for Duke, and then was drafted by the Cavaliers in 2002. And he became a two-time All-Star in 2007 and 2008 while playing for the Utah Jazz. So there have been some athletes from Alaska before, from the capital city.
Did you know?
Yes.
Anyway, 3-2 count to Dom Felix again. Dirty break ball is going to get by the catcher Ford, and that's going to bring in Kyle Hepburn and moving Jeter Mose to third. 11-0 Mustangs. It's also ball 4 to Dom Felix. He'll be runners the corners for Jordan Black, who was hitless on the night, hoping to turn that around. Black 0 for 7 against the Monarchs here today and yesterday.
Yeah, just batting average hovering around 2,000 right now. Hopefully he can still stay at above 200 after this AB.
I mean, he hit 344 at Johnson County Community College, so we know he's capable.
Yeah.
Also had 10 home runs, so can Jordan Black be the first home run Tyler Mundo calls here in St. Joe? I'm going to be really disappointed if I don't call a home run all year.
And yeah, we're about halfway through the season
Dom
right
Felix
now.
gets picked off, and he's going to be tagged out at second, so it'll be 2 outs. The pitcher has not really gotten an out on a ball in play.
Yeah,
he was
weird, funky inning there, but
yeah.
hey.
Carson Track was thrown out at third, trying to stretch a double into a triple, and
an outs and out, an outs and out.
So it'll be Jeter Mose at third, Dom Felix out at second, and Jordan Black at the plate, and a 1-0 count. Ball misses inside.
Now let's see if Jordan can get his first hit here of the series.
Here's the 2-0. Good pitch on the outside from Alex Knight. Yeah, looking at what has happened this inning, an E4, a double to right, at E5, a double to center, and a walk, and there's somehow 2 outs.
Yeah, crazy. Like I said, this game is pretty weird.
Black's going to lift a high pop-up. Shortstop Brady Holden going to call for it, and he's going to make the play. The Mustangs get 2 more as they now lead 11-0 and are in Mercy Rule territory. We head to the top of the 7th. Keep it here at Phil Welch Stadium. Welcome back to the friendly confines of Phil Welch Stadium. Tyler Mundo alongside Dom McKilly as Michael Infranca out of Johnson County Community College hoping to shut the door for the Mustangs. They're up 11-0 here in the top of the 7th, and they are allowed to give up 1 run in order to send these fans home early.
Yeah, Michael Infranca comes into this game with a 4.5 K per 9 rate. You know, has 1 win on the season. Has 8 innings pitched so far. So, I mean, he's been pretty solid all around this season. I know he has had some control issues earlier in the season, but right now he's locked in and he's ready to close out this game early for the Mustangs.
He's got a couple lefties due up, so good matchups for him.
Exactly.
As Brandon Doolin, who is 0 for 0 with 2 walks, steps up. There's a first pitch breaking ball from Michael Infranca. You got to love that for your confidence.
Exactly. Yeah, what I'd like to see in Infranca, too, is kind of work off the batter's hands since it's a lefty-lefty matchup. Ooh.
There's a sword right there. Did he go around?
Got him fishing.
As the first base umpire says he held up. So it'll be 1-1 count here to the third baseman, Brandon Doolin.
Couldn't quite get him to pull the trigger, so.
He has gotten on twice, but also has made 3 errors at third base here tonight. That pitch misses high from Infranca. Infranca gets ready for the 2-1 pitch. And waving and missing is Brandon Doolin. 2-2 count. Good breaking ball there from Michael
casting
Infranca.
out for that one.
Monarchs only have 1 hit here tonight. Have drawn 3 walks. And there have been no errors for the Mustangs. 2-2 count. Threw right where he wanted to, but Doolin not going after that one again. Gonna be full here to the Monarchs 3-hitter.
It'd be nice if Infranca can in this AB right now. I know all these players definitely want to get out of here early after what happened last night.
That ball's grounded to the first baseman Little. It's going to be an easy hop for him. And no problems over there at first base. Yep. 1 out here in the top of the 7. Just 2 outs away now. Shall the Mustangs give up less than 1 run? Here's Fernando Esquivel now, the second baseman. Hitting .250 on the year. And he was born in 1976.
Wow.
I think the internet wasn't even a thing back then.
Nope, I don't think so.
Back when, Three's Company, that show was on? I think Nolan Ryan was on the Angels back then.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Yeah, when Welcome
That's
Back,
going to be a
Mr.
broken
Carter
bat for Esquivel. Grounded to Schrack, takes a couple steps, and Esquivel taking his bat all the way. As there's going to be some firewood for sale. And 2 outs here for Michael Infranca.
Yeah, bands like Led Zeppelin and Supertramp were big back in 76 in MLB during the time. Teams like the New York Yankees and Cincinnati Reds and Oakland A's ruled the league then. So, 70s, long time ago, but what an era to be alive.
Here is Danny Holmes, the right fielder, hoping to extend this game for the Monarchs. He needs to get on, and someone else behind him has got to score as well. Coming up on about the 2-hour mark here in this ball game. On pace to be the fastest game of the season.
Just struck 9. Got the bell going off right now, the sound effect.
Danny Holmes 0 for 1 with a walk. And Franca's curveball misses just outside.
I kind of struggling there with the curve. Not really. I think his body's kind of opening up there early. Not really snapping it down. Let's see if he can kind of get more control of that. There we go.
2 strikes.
One more
to
pitch
Danny
to
Holmes.
end this game.
Born in 1983, so 7 years younger than Esquivel, but probably 20 years older than Michael and Franca.
Yep. Yeah, 1983, and MLB stats, Baltimore Orioles won the World Series that year against the Philadelphia Phillies. Cal Ripken Jr. won his, I believe, only World Series during that time.
Did you look that one up, or is that something you had in your archives?
Something I have in my archives.
Pretty impressive right there. You just mentioned it was 9 o'clock. I wonder if these Monarchs guys are getting ready for bed.
Exactly.
To be honest, I'd be getting ready for bed.
Yeah. Kind of like the clock struck midnight. I'm sorry. I guess like their kind of old age is getting to them. Not really being strong here in these last couple innings, especially not after scoring a run this inning so far.
Monarchs 1 hit this afternoon. No runs. 4 errors. And Michael and Franca trying to send these Mustangs fans home happy. And he's going to do just that. Danny Holmes swings and misses, and the Mustangs mercy rule. The Kansas City Monarchs 11-0 in the 7th inning. A dominant win after the walk-off win yesterday, improving their record to 20-2. The Kansas City Monarchs fall to 14-3. As we'll be back here tomorrow at 7 o'clock against the Van Johnson Raiders. Don't go anywhere yet. Me and Dom will have the post-game show and be ready to break it all down. Keep it here on the St. Joseph Mustangs broadcast. Welcome to the Mustangs postgame show with Tyler Bermundo and Don McKilly, and we just saw the Mustangs have an 11-0 victory against the Kansas City Monarchs. Tell me more about that, Dom.
I mean, yeah, we saw some good pitching from pitchers like Bronco Witt and Ruler. First time on the mound tonight for making his debut. The offense was definitely more alive compared to last night. I know Jeter Mose and Darius Freeman both had electric nights. Trevor McCollum also had, I believe, he had one triple, and that which was the second on the season. So yeah, impressive night, impressive display on offense once again for this Mustangs team.
Yeah, kind of a different script than we saw last night, as the Mustangs pulled out a 6-5 walk-off win in 11 innings, but tonight only took 7. That also means the starting pitcher Trenton Roller gets the win because it was a 7-inning ball game. If he only went 3 innings, but we didn't go the full 9, so that's his win. Other guys, Bronco Witt, Noah Thomas, and Michael Infranca came in to shut the door. But yeah, a run rule, we haven't seen that in a while. Now, tomorrow, we are back here against the Ban Johnson Raiders, a good collegiate summer ball team. What is the key tomorrow after playing an older Monarchs team?
Well, yeah, definitely. It's going to be more faster paced than what we've seen from this Monarchs team. I mean, pitchers are going to be throwing harder. The defense for the Ban Johnson Raiders is going to be more alive. A lot of good local talent from that Ban Johnson Raiders team. So, yeah, I mean, they're going to have to be back on their A game tomorrow. No relaxing, just straight on playing ball.
That's all we have for you today. Tyler Mundo alongside Don McKilly. Be back here at 7 o'clock for the game against the Ban Johnson Raiders. Come out tomorrow. It's fireworks night as well. Good night from Phil Welch Stadium.